All right, everybody. This is the one I was finally looking for in this lesson. That's just because it's the last one. So we're doing lesson 2-2. Last problem, 8 out of 8. At least one I'm assigning as of now. And just give me a chance here to put this other number down in case I need that. Okay. So what do we have here? We've got two parts. Use the data in the graph to write a quadratic regression equation and then predict the box office revenue. So we're supposed to come up with a quadratic regression here. So our x's, and it says used since 2000. So this point right here, when we put it in, it'll actually be 3, because 2003 is 3 years since 2000, and then 28.7. So I'm going to put my data points down here. My x's would be 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we got 28.7 for that first one, 27.9 for the next one, 28.9, if I'm looking at those right, and a 29.9. And we are supposed to do a quadratic regression. Okay, so we've done that before. We've looked at that in this lesson. So we'll hop back there to that Desmos, and we got to get to the graphing calculator. So let me get out of this matrix calculator and go to the graphing calculator. Remember how we do this? Let me clean out up there so you can see. We're going to type in our first thing. We're going to add the data in a table here. 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just arrowing down there to get from one to the next. 28.7, and 27.9, 28.9, and 29.9. All right, so we've got our table, and we go to the next line. Remember how this goes? Y1, the tilde, shift and to the left of the 1 key is where you can get that tilde. AX1, and the Y1 is because the Y1 in the table up above, that's up there. And then the X1, because that's the top of the table over there. So we're going to go Y tilde, we're going to have the computer find the best equation, approximately Y AX1 squared, so shift 6 to get into the exponent, squared, arrow to the right to get out of the exponent, plus BX1 and plus C. And there, when you look down below, it finds this is like a 0.92 R squared. So that's decent. A lot of times we still like to see it better than that, but I'm gonna write down the formula that we came up with then. Our A of 0.45 x squared plus bx, our b was negative 3.59. You can do that as a minus 3.59x, probably when I type it in, and then a plus 35.33. Just gonna double check that I wrote those all down right. I hate it when I do all the work right, and then I get in a hurry, don't write something down correctly. Just double checking those. I think that's what it says. So head back on over to Savas here and we'll type it in. So I had what does it say? Type expressions, x is the variable, use integers or decimals for any numbers, round to the nearest thousandth. So we didn't have to round to thousands. So I feel like this one better be right. Had one earlier that we were off by 1/1000th due to a rounding difference between Savas and Desmos. That's kind of frustrating. All right, and then let's see. The A was the negative 0.45x squared minus B 3.59x, and a plus 35.33. And if it's saying that's wrong again, if it's a rounding thing, just move on. It's okay. All right, B. the predicted box office for 2014 will be how much then? So for this, what we do, for 2014, remember X was the number of years after the 2000. So we're going to use X here if we're doing 2014 of 14 and put it into that formula. So I've got my formula written here. I've got my decimals right over yonder. We'll just type it in decimals and have decimals work it out. So 0.45. What number was I putting in again? 14. 14. I'm going to put 14 into each of these X's up here. All right. So again, it was 0.45, and X, I'm using a 14 squared, or minus 3.59, again, times the 14, and plus 35.33. 0.45x squared minus 3.59x plus 35.33, 73.27, 73.27. And it said round to 2 decimal places, and we didn't need to round, so that should just be correct. There you go. That's how I would do lesson 2-2 Savas Math Excel homework. All right. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Keep at it. Don't give up. Perseverance, dedication, discipline, all those things that you know it takes. Be determined. You can get it.